I am Jupinderjit Singh and you are watching the Tribune's Decode Punjab. I am joined with my senior colleague Rajmeet Singh and Mr. Sunil Jakhar, the state BJP chief. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Jupinderjit.
Sir, your former colleague Mr. Charanjit Singh Channi was on this seat and he said that BJP can topple Bhagwant Mann government anytime.
I personally think that this question has been answered by me a couple of times already. Ever since Amit Shah ji came to Ludhiana and he said that Bhagwant Mann's government will not last for long after 4th of the day results are declared. And I've made it clear that Amit Shah ji only showed the mirror to Aam Aadmi Party and to Bhagwant Mann ji. And I still hold this, whatever I've said so far, that they are going to topple because of their own misdeeds, because all the failed. No, they are going to fall by them. Like Bhagwant Mann's government is going to topple itself because of its misdeeds, because of the failed promises that they have not been, like they have been dishing out, and because of the unrest amongst his own MLAs. I think they are fed up. You should have seen yourself, I think one of the major newspapers and the social media carried this picture where Bhagwant Mann ji, as a chief minister, he has herded his MLAs in a kind of enclosure. You know, this fencing and this barbed wire was made to keep the cattle away in America. And now they are trying to keep the people out. His own MLAs is scared and is herding them into a kind of enclosure. That itself shows the kind of unrest and the kind of total lack of trust between the chief ministers, the government and his own MLAs. So they are going to fall under their own misdeeds. I think Channi ji is trying to put the blame on BJP or whatever, but this much I can foresee that the results of Jalandhar by-election will be the death knell for Bhagwant Mann ji's tenure as a chief minister. His political career will be at stake once the results are out. And I have said so in Jalandhar itself, that the day Kejriwal Sahab comes out of Tihad, I don't know what is the outcome of that judgment which is going to be delivered today in the afternoon. If he comes out of the jail, I think then Bhagwant Mann ji's days are numbered. If he stays in Tihad, which seems more likely because there's a foolproof case against him, so I think in that case, still he will have to prove his mettle in Jalandhar By Court.
So BJP is in touch with...
No, not BJP. I'm saying BJP has nothing to do. There another leader you mentioned about Channi ji, then other leader Pratap Bajwa ji was saying that 45 MLA is talking about. I think he's kind of his slip of tongue. What is 45 MLAs plus 15 MLAs of Congress? Bajwa ji must be getting his achkan iron because he is always a chief minister in waiting for the last 20 years. I've known he's always ready to be anointed as a chief minister of Punjab. No, they don't have to worry anything from BJP. Aam Aadmi Party can tell Bhagwant Mann ji that yeah, he can rest assured there's nothing happening from BJP side, but he has to take care of his own MLAs, and more than that, he has to take care of Punjab, which he has dereliction of duty. He has abandoned his responsibility as a chief minister. He has failed as a chief minister. He still thinks he is trying to keep people happy in good humor by his jokes and through his challas that he is singing. But people of Punjab want governance, which is nowhere to be seen in Punjab.
Jakhar Sahab, the opposition, especially the Congress, is always alleging that the BJP has indulged in polarization and reverse polarization. In the end, they tried to divide the Dalits also. What's your take on that?
I first want to ask my former colleagues from Congress, what do they mean by polarization? Why do they keep blaming that Hindus are polarizing? That's why Jupinderjit asked why am I carrying this note. I have brought some just brief figures with me to kind of deny this by figures, because figures speaks for themselves. They're talking about Hindu polarization, that the BJP is trying to polarize Hindus in the name of religion. I'll start with my own constituency, Firozpur city. Congress got 32,000 votes, BJP got 33,000 votes. Is that a polarization? Amritsar East, Congress got 28,000 votes, BJP got 29,000 votes, approximately some odd number here and there. Jalandhar Central, 34,000, and to BJP got 38,000. Jalandhar North, 41,000, and BJP got 47,000. Ludhiana East, 41,000, 50,000 to BJP. Ludhiana South, 32,000, 37,000. Ludhiana West, 30,000. Congress, BJP got 45,000. Where is polarization?
So that means it has not succeeded.
No, there is no polarization. So the polarization, what they call...
No attempt to polarize.
No, but that does not answer the question, sir. There is no attempt to polarize. If there is any form of people coming together, it depends who is looking at from where you are sitting. What has happened, I think Punjab should be more concerned, every Punjabi, right-minded Punjabi, whether he wears a turban, whether whichever caste he belongs to, whichever religion he belongs to, I think they should be more concerned about the polarization which is taking place for radicalism. This should be the concern, not the Hindus. Hindus have been alienated by the Congress itself. This word polarization or religion came into the being when Mr. Channi was appointed as the Chief Minister. Before that, ever since Gyani Gurmukh Singh Musafir was made the Chief Minister till Captain Amarinder Singh Ji, all of them were Sikhs. All of them were appointed Chief Ministers, but nowhere this question came about the Chief Ministers or the Chief Minister designates religion. This factor of religion came into being, was introduced into this, this whole equation by Congress party for their vested interest, for their own inferiority complex or whatever they had against grudges against a particular section of society, but it manifested by them. And my simple to answer this question, I think this is the right forum through which I want to ask my former colleagues in Congress. Is religion going to the basis on which decision will be taken on who is going to be the Congress Chief Minister? As simple as that. If it is not, then why have they not yet kind of disassociated themselves, the Congress High Command at least, or the Punjab leaders from here, from the statement made by one of the leaders in Delhi that only a turbaned person can be a Chief Minister of Punjab? Why have they not disassociated themselves? They have disassociated with every other statement which came, whether it was Mr. Sukhpal Khera talking about people from Bihar or something, and they were very prompt to say, no, this is own views, not our views. When Mr. Manishankar Iyer said something, no, this is own views. And then another fellow who was talking about the color of your looks, whether they are from Africa or whether from South Indians, whatnot, they were disassociating themselves immediately. No, this is nothing to do with the Congress party. So who has introduced this thing? This is their own, they have, I think, this is some inbuilt, I think, either they have taken a particular section of community for granted that where would the Hindus go, they will eventually come to us. But this sense of alienation is the one which if there you see that there is any attempt for polarization or people coming together, that is it. And I have said yesterday also somebody, a journalist colleague was, your colleague was talking to me, and I said, when this kind of a thing happens in the name of radical thoughts, then you call unity, that they are all getting together for saving whatever their ideology. And when these people are coming together, because if they are coming together at all, and if they have not yet come together, let me tell you, Rajmeet ji, it is bound to happen. I am not trying to be an oracle or trying to foresee future, but I can read what is happening.
Polarization is bound.
Polarization, no. What is going to happen is people will come together for their own sense of security. Numbers give them the security because the kind of lawlessness which prevails in Punjab, the kind of glorification of violence which is taking place in Punjab. Your own newspaper today, Jupinderjit, you have said that India has said that Canada should not glorify terror. I think glorifying terror is almost as bad as what is happening in Punjab, glorification of violence.
The Kanishka bombing.
No, not only Kanishka bombing is happening in Canada, so I am talking about security officers slapping a member of parliament. And you are glorifying that. And then you are trying to say that this is happening, the reaction is happening in Himachal Pradesh or somewhere else. Violence begets violence, sir. The kind of thefts, ransoms, kind of lootings which are going on, the way drug mafia is operating, where the liquor mafia is operating from jail, there is sense of total insecurity in Punjab. And on top of that, when a particular community is alienated, that there is a kind of a... What Congress has done is, virtually, they have not said it in as many words, but they have brought in this principle of first among equals. That is another way of saying that you are second-class citizen. That if given the merit is not going to be the criteria, your religion is going to decide who you are going to be. This sense of alienation and the sense of insecurity will bring people together because the government has failed. This is the duty of the government to make every citizen feel secure. Is anybody feeling secure in Punjab today? And I've always maintained, Rajmeet ji, the people, the gangsters sitting in jail, they are the most secure people in Punjab today. They are operating at their will. They are holding press conferences like we are holding an interview, they hold interview in the thing, and nobody has done anything about it. So this is what is concerning me, and I am more worried about this polarization which has happened right here, sir, right under our nose. What has happened in Faridkot, sir? You are journalists, sir. You are investigative journalists. You have the pulse of the people, and you would know. I don't think Hansraj Hansji lost because of the farm agitation. He lost because of the polarization of radicalism.
But who allowed it, sir?
Who allowed it? Because there's a failure of government, failure of leadership. The government should have provided this kind of a leadership that this.
The central agencies were behind it. It is one of the parties are alleging that it is outcome of that.
How come central agencies can dictate a term and central agencies couldn't make their own party win here? If the central agencies hold the mandate that they can dictate the mandate is going to be in favor of somebody in Faridkot or somebody in Khadur Sahib, then why couldn't they make other people also win? No, sir, this is, even Sukhbir ji has gone back on charges. He said this Amritpal is propped up by the agencies and now is trying to defend him. I think they have lost moorings. This is what Punjab is worried about, and this is what we should be discussing here, sir. But Rajmeet ji, you call your program Decoding Punjab. I think Decoding Punjab, it should be understanding Punjab first. These people have forgotten what Punjab is all about. These people who are talking about polarization, you are talking about this. This is not in the ethos of Punjabiyat, sir. Punjab has never talked about, Punjab has talked about Punjabiyat, Punjabi and Punjab. Never ever spoken about Hindu Sikhs. Who brought this Congress, petty leader of Congress, Punjab Congress petty leadership, and propped up by some female sitting there in Delhi? This is against the very ethos of Punjab, and this has to be fought with. Everybody has to come together and they have to shed this. No, there is nobody, they all are equal in Punjab, sir. I have never felt a second-class citizen. They might, whatever they might say, and nobody feels second-class citizen in Punjab. If these Congress leaders, I doubt on their being Punjabis itself. They may put a pagdi, but a pagdi doesn't make you a Sardar Sahib. I have never believed it. I have told Badal Sahib many times in the assembly also. I said, Badal Sahib, I'm better Sikh than most of your baptized Sikhs sitting here, colleagues. Because maybe I don't have the Sikhi Savroop. Maybe I don't wear the attire of being a Sikh, but I have imbibed the teachings of the Guru Sahib, and I think this is what these people lack. This is what Punjab needs. Punjab needs to worry about the drug issue. And let's talk about the issues of Punjab. Sorry, I don't want to take your job. Please, you tell me what you had on your agenda.
Well, to decode Punjab, you have to understand it first.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why we invite experienced politicians like you and experts.
I'm not a politician, sir. Don't blame me being a politician. I've maybe failed because I've never been a politician. I am in politics, but I'm not a politician.
Point taken. Sir, you talk about that BJP is not doing polarization and there is radicalism going on. But I'd like to take you back to your statement when you said that you could not become chief minister because you were a Hindu. So that also amounts to...
No, I have never said that. I didn't say it. The Congress people said it, that he cannot be. I should have brought in that clip also where this Ambika Sonia didn't want to drag her name into this thing because she is not worth it. You have her statement here. She said only a turban Sikh can be a chief minister of Punjab. I didn't. I said they should have told me that Sunil cannot be made a chief minister because he is not even MLA. It would have sufficed. They could have charged me with whatever else. They could have said he is corrupt, he is this or that, and that would have been okay. But they said he cannot be made because he is not a Sikh. Who said it, sir? No, you can't blame me for this, sir. This is precisely...
That became the flashpoint of your leaving the Congress.
No. I was very much in the Congress.
After this.
Sorry, Rajmeet ji. First of all, whether Sunil became a chief minister or whether didn't become a chief minister, it's immaterial. Punjab is not bothered about Sunil. What is at stake is a matter of principle, whether everybody in a Punjabi has equal rights or not. Can you discriminate a particular section? What is majoritarianism, sir? There's a difference between majority rule of majority and majoritarianism, sir. Majoritarian is when you exclude somebody because of minority. How can this farce be created, sir? 42 MLAs voted for Sunil Jakhar, and I think out of 42, at least 35 or 6, sir. At least 35.
You still keep the grudge?
I don't keep the grudge, sir. I was very much what triggered my leaving the party was when they issued me a notice. Because till all these months from September till May, when they issued me a notice, I have been saying that Congress should disassociate itself from this statement from Ambika Soni and her acolytes here, these 4 or 5 leaders who are now at the
Jakhar sir, now Congress is saying you left Congress because of that.
because the notice after
But that's
50 years in politics.
My question is.
I don't want to rake up the subject because Sunil is not important. The important is the issue. The issue is I left because they issued me a notice. After 50 years, if they cannot pick up the phone and talk to me, if they had anything against me, then I think that is a very big insult. And I'm a self-respecting man, sir. I'm not, that's why I said I'm not a politician. I've seen politicians grovel before for their petty benefits.
So critics are saying that you're in BJP now, right? Now you're a senior BJP president. Now you have not given any, elevation, and Bittu has been made a minister of state after losing. So in that way, they say the Hindus are being ignored in the from Punjab or in the cabinet.
I think either I'm not able to explain, Rajmeet ji. I said chief ministers were made since 1966 when Punjab, what it is today, came into being. Never before this issue came up that why not a Hindu chief minister. It only came up because they brought in this issue that a Hindu cannot be or only a Sikh can be a chief minister. Here there is no issue, sir. BJP has never said that only a Sikh can be a minister. It is denial. It is excluding a whole community from this democratic process, sir. You cannot do that. I am worried about this matter of principle. Sunil is long gone, but there is a whole list of people who may be feeling alienated. What about, I don't want to bring, they are friends or colleagues of mine. What about Ashuji? What about Brahmendra ji? What about Rana KP ji? They have already been, now I think they have gone a step ahead. Na rahega baans, na bajegi bansuri. They have, I think, undermined their very position by denying them tickets. A particular section has been denied. So it is Congress party's thought process. For here, everybody is equal. If you have merit, if you have chances, yes, of course, Bittu got it because he's 3-time member of parliament. How can you deny that?
He lost.
He lost it, but I never contested it. So I'm not an MP. I am still the same because that time I could have been denied for this very reason that Sunil is not an MLA. This is not a who becomes the chief minister. The idea is you cannot form a principle that your religion will decide your being whatever you are. That is the fundamentals of this is a political or even moral propriety of the thing. They don't understand these basic fine niceties of Punjabiyat, sahab. This is what Punjabiyat is all about, sahab. Manas ki jaat sab hai ko pehchan bo.
So do you feel, I'll try to put it in a nice way. Do you feel that you were in the wrong party at the wrong time? You were leader of opposition when Akalis were in power. When Congress came, you could not, you were not there. And then, again in opposition. And now also you could not, you did not contest or something. Or if you had contested, maybe you could have got the Firozpur seat. Because BJP came really close there.
Let's not get into what could have been and what might have been. What I can say is that wherever I have been, I'm quite satisfied whether I was just an MLA, whether I was part of the MLA in the Congress regime from 2002 to 7, whether I was in MLA as an opposition, whether I was a leader of opposition. I have been able to put forth my people's view. As a leader of opposition, I have taken care of interests of Punjab. I have never shared from my responsibility. I have taken it up. I have, even at the cost of risk of losing my job as a leader of opposition when I walked to Planning Commission along with Badal Sahab, seeking help for Punjab. I am quite happy. I think maybe I'm cut out for a role in opposition only. Maybe I'm not made for government. So that's it. That's not an issue, what I become or not become. What is at stake is Punjab. The question today is whether these people, whether they are in opposition, whether they are sitting in government, are they fit for the job? Are they doing what they're supposed to do? Where the opposition has come under pressure, they have been threatened by the Chief Minister right on the floor of the House, look into my eyes, and they cannot even dare to look up to Bhagwant Mann. You expect them to fend for Punjab. And this government, which is doing nothing to ensure safety of people of Punjab, you expect them to save Punjab's future. And they are at loggerheads within themselves. Sometimes they are blaming the bureaucracy, sometimes they are blaming the police force. This kind of a contradiction shows there is total lack of governance, total lack of governance. And when we are threatened with situations like we are a border state, and the Congress itself is doing what ISI was doing, trying to create division in the society by this alienating a whole community, calling them Hindus and second class, giving them a second class citizenry tag. This is a situation fertile for ISI to step in here, sir. We need a strong leadership, which is missing. Bhagwant Manji should understand what responsibility he has got. It's not.
Who can provide that leadership? Do you see
That's
anyone or the BJP will come?
That's why I said this polarization, if it ever happens, will happen because people need sense of security. And they see only and only BJP can provide security. When you juxtapose BJP's leadership in the center and what is happening here with these two main parties, Aam Aadmi Party and Congress.
More than half the population of Punjab, the farmers, they are unhappy with the BJP.
Yes, they are unhappy
because they have been protesting. There have been so many deaths, 700 plus in Delhi, 20 plus already at Shambhu border. They don't feel sense of security with the BJP.
No, there are issues. First of all, I think there are problems. Nobody is denying the issue. The farming itself is in distress, extreme distress. I'm a farmer. I speak here as a farmer. But first of all, the diagnosis is wrong, and the cure that is being prescribed is not meant for the problem which farmers face. It has to be understood first. Like I said, first understand Punjab before you try to decode or try to find a remedy for Punjab. First you have to understand the psyche of Punjab. They don't even know the ethos of Punjab. The same way, what is the problem with the farmers?
There is the center government who doesn't understand.
I think here the Punjab government is first primarily their responsibility, sir. And the center government somehow, yes, it was their folly. They should have taken farmers on board. And it was job of that time, the stalwart, Badal Sahab should have stepped in and helped formulate whatever the laws, farming laws amendment was required. He should have formulated with the consent of the farmers. I think a better solution could have been found. There was no negotiation, they were not involved, the stakeholders were not there. That's why the problem came. And this hurt is still being, no, the hurt was, that time it was genuine, sir. People died there, stayed there for a year. Nobody is denying that.
Sir, taking forward this question of farmers.
I think, let me finish, to leave it in between, it would not be proper. That hurt is still there, sir. But this hurt is being exploited by certain self-appointed farm leaders, sir. My simple question still stays today, sir. They are asking, for whom are they asking this guarantee for MSP? They are asking guarantee of MSP for 23 crops. I've asked very humbly to the so-called farm leaders and to the opposition leaders who are also jumping onto the bandwagon, whether it is Aam Aadmi Party, whether it is Congress. I said, which crop would you substitute your paddy with? You tell me and I'll get you the guarantee. Nobody is willing to. Even now, your paper only today carries 32 lakh hectare is going to be planted, paddy is going to be planted. Not, I think it is even more than last year. So, whom are you fighting for, sir? Whose battle Punjab is fighting for? Why is Punjabi Shubh Karn is dying for whom? Let them fight their own battle. Let's talk about Punjab. Because Punjab is facing, this is a clear and present threat. Water level going down, sir. We will be left without any groundwater. How can we ignore it? How long can we ignore it? We cannot bury our head like ostrich. We don't see the realities. It's staring right into our face. But we are still going on planting paddy. Let's talk about it. Let's come up with a formula. I personally think, sir, sorry, before I finish it, the last line. Farmers need income, Shad. Their income has to be assured increase in income. That has to be assured. And this is not the way. To guarantee of 23, MSP guarantee of 23 crops will not ensure increase in the Punjab's farmers' income. This is what I feel. I may be wrong, but this is my view. And I think this should be discuss across the table, sit down with them and ask this question to them: which crop would you plant? Which crop do you want assistance for? It's not going to happen in a day. It will gradually. That's why I said now when this question came about year again, Aman Sood did a very good reporting about how this looking at 16,000 megawatt is going to be what is going to be the requirement. I said this is the time. The so-called leaders and so-called opposition leaders who were ready to jump onto the bandwagon and try to be farmers, their well-wishers, why aren't they showing the way? Why aren't they planting moong? Why aren't they planting something else? Bajra, which Bhagwant Manji's Advocate General promise in the court said that we will substitute paddy with bajra. Why isn't Bhagwant Man saying anything? These are the fundamental questions. Are they make it into an emotional issue? Yes, everybody hold farmers in a great regard and respect, sir. But still, sir, these people are giving farming a bad name. What is happening yesterday? Doesn't it sound very familiar what these two leaders were saying, that they are people, they are not even traders, this sounds very familiar. The same thing was earlier said at Delhi border, that they are not farmers. They are repeating the same lines because they are imposters. I think they are not doing. They are self-appointed. I think they do not have welfare of farmers in their mind. They were here. Government came here to negotiate with them. They should look into this.
Jakhar Sahib, you have been advocating alliance with Akali Dal. After the post-parliament election, do you see still that holds relevance, alliance with Akali Dal?
Why I was kind of supporting this, my fears have become reality, sir. What has happened in Khadur, sir, what has happened in Faridkot, and this is not the end, Rajmeet ji, that's what is worrying me. We are not looking at it. Everybody talks about vision. I think the vision, if you look at the vision, you look into the future, this seems very gloomy and very bleak and dangerous even to the effects of. I'll tell you, Dera Baba Nanak, you watch the by-election Dera Baba Nanak. You watch the by-election which is going to happen in October. I think it will take place along with Haryana's assembly elections. What is going to happen in Barnala? And I will not be surprised if this lady officer from the airport incident, she is put up in Gidadwa. We are looking at a very bleak future, sir. All because of this lack of leadership.
Sad BJP if they come together.
Whether they have come together or not, I am of the view even today that a strong Akali Dal, and Akali Dal is not just another regional party, sir. There are regional parties everywhere. Akali Dal is a representative political body of Akal Takht of Panth. This is the safety valve. I'm not betting for Sukhbir Badal. I'm betting for the Panth's political body, which is a safety valve where all these apprehensions, there are people, they don't turn radical because they are radical, they are making these sounds or they have these views because they somehow either perceived or real. They have their own anxieties, they have own apprehensions, they have own fears, they have own certain uncertainties, which Akali Dal could have handled them in a very legitimate way and assured them that their rights are protected under this Constitution of India, and in a democratic system, their rights and their everything will be protected. In absence of that, the way leadership has flopped Akali Dal is, I'm not talking about the numbers, whether they were 13 or 1, it is the credibility of the Akali leadership which is at stake. Even without a member of parliament, if there's a credible leader, I think this can solve a lot of purpose.
Sad BJP alliance.
This is something beyond my domain,
without Sukhbir or with Sukhbir.
I cannot comment whether there's ever, it's not even on the table, sir. We have had parting of ways, we have contested election against each other. It is beyond the realm, I cannot look into the future, but a strong representative, political representation of the Panth is a must, sir. A moderate, which is what Akali's or Badal Sahab particularly was.
To control the headliners.
Not the headliners, so to keep them in the mainstream.
Fringe elements.
To keep not the fringe.
Experts say there is a vacuum in Punjab.
There is a vacuum, and that vacuum, these kind of voices have taken the center stage. They may be a handful, They may be, like you said, they are fringe elements, but it is who wags whom. It is the body is not wagging it. It is.
Do you see future of Akali Dal now?
There's all you cannot write anybody off. Sir. This is politics. This is politics. People who have written off have come back, a very strong comeback. Who would have thought that a party like Aam Aadmi Party would come into being and with such a majority? Who would have foreseen such a thing? So anything is possible provided the intent is right. You have to win the credibility, you have to win the trust of the people, whether you have it within you or not. I think this I do not see, the kind of collection we have here. I think the basic, they are, I'm sorry, I don't want to comment upon my colleagues, former colleagues, but still they are colleagues. Maybe a couple of them, you take it, 3-4 of them, which have personal grudge against me.
They can join BJP.
No, they don't have to join BJP.
So many of your former colleagues.
Wherever they are, they are capable people in Congress also, sir, but then Congress is more worried about religious prominence than talking about integrity and honesty. I still believe that even if they had to, I don't know why they had to change Captain Saab, but if Captain Saab had to be changed, I think they were capable people. Even Pragat Singh or even Navjot Singh Sidhu, at least nobody could have held them that they are corrupt. Honesty is something, people are fed up with this corrupt regime. Sir. The way the corruption is, though they say corruption, we have zero tolerance for corruption, this is totally maha-corrupt government. Only corruption has become expensive today.
But they still got 7 seats.
Now I'm talking about, please don't hold me, I'm not calling them corrupt. It was the same earlier, it's the same now. They got seats, yes, but people change their, like how they shift their loyalties. That's why I say you cannot write anybody off. Let's talk about this famous idol today. Who is the flavor of the day till recently? They even wanted to bring Musewala's father into politics. Is the same Musewala whom people of his constituency, he lost by 60,000, the second highest margin. And 3 months later, from that day on, he is still the icon of Punjab. So how can you say that whether they...
The mood of Punjabis, you meant to say, is to blame for this? Or
not blame. It's not to blame. We are run by emotions. So they wanted to teach AAP a lesson. So they voted the 7 in, and then soon they realized that they have made a mistake. Maybe they will make another, they have to look better for a better guy, and maybe Sukhbir, or whether they look for BJP. It depends upon them. I cannot dictate their choice of leader, but people have made a decision. It is not for Congress. It was against Aam Aadmi Party's miserable failure, and somehow Aam Aadmi Party and Congress together, they have been able to confuse people whether they are together or whether they are against each other. I think this confusion has led to the situation as it is now, and it will not last for long.
Well, thank you, Jakharji. I wish we had more time, but this was such an engaging discussion with you.
Thank you.
And hope to see you very soon on Decode Punjab again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajmeet.